Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a first look at the brand new Lamine Yamal F50s. This is his latest signature pair. What do you think of it? It's pretty nice. So I was very kindly sent this pair by Sports Direct. Here they are. Take a look at the colours. He seems to be a real fan of pink, as you know from his previous pair, which I'll also show you in this video. But this is the latest one. There are a few updates, a few very nice throwbacks to pairs that we've seen before. But yeah, first glance at the boot, what are your thoughts on it? Sole plate is pretty spectacular. But let's dive into the details. So in fact, both boots are a little bit different. So we'll take a look at the left one first, where on the outside we have this leopard print here, which is a throwback to this boot here, if you remember this boot. And that is a nice touch. It's a touch to the brilliance of Messi kind of passing down the crown to Lamine Yamal. And then obviously you've got the inside, which is a different pattern, as you can see here. So it's a slight divide through the middle, just where the LY is on the front. You can see it's split design with the leopard on the outside and this kind of geometric design on the inside. If you look at the three Adidas stripes on the outside, these are faded pink to white, which is very similar to the previous Lamine Yamal F50s. I don't mind that because I actually like that colour, and I like the transition, the faded colour between the two. So I'm glad they kept something the same. Sometimes you don't have to change absolutely everything to make the boot a little bit different. This variation only comes in the laceless model, so if you see a laced version, yeah, stay away from it because it just doesn't exist. It only comes in laceless because that is what Lamine Yamal wears. And this one here has like a purple sock line. It's a deep, dark, rich purple, which looks really nice with that kind of pink and then this lighter colour for the pattern on the upper. Looking at the details on the outside, you can see the F50 detailing and also the lining going all the way around the boot are in this yellow, which matches other parts of the boot, such as his brand new logo. So you can see Adidas actually did a video of him designing his own logo. Don't think it will actually be him that designed it, but I still like what they went with. So it kind of looks like the grid pattern that Barcelona streets are in, and also it says 304, which is his postcode, but also they've got the L and the Y for Lamine Yamal as well. So they've kind of tied in absolutely everything into one logo. I'll show you on the previous model how it's different to that. They use a different logo, but I don't mind this. I think it's quite cool how they've kind of brought in three different aspects into one design. So well done to the designer who made this. That is very, very cool. There was an online story going around how, why does Lamine Yamal wear Messi's boots with Messi's name on it? Well, that's no longer the case. So if you spin this boot upside down, look at the sole plate, you can see it now has his name on the sole plate. So you'll not really get any of these stories saying, why is he trying to be Messi? He's now got his own boot, so he doesn't really need to be. Sticking with the sole plate, it transitions from this bright pink at the front down to like a dark rich blue, and then the three pillars going through the middle are in a yellow, but kind of has hints of yellow all over it as you twist it in the different lightings, as you can see, with that kind of very reflective colour, I'm going to say it, on the sole plate. Iridescent, is that the word? Maybe. Moving over to the right boot, like I said, the left one has the safari kind of leopard print on this side. The right one has a different pattern. As you can see, it's this geometric pattern, which is a throwback to this boot. So very cool that they've done throwbacks to two very significant boots from the past. And then on the inside, you have a different pattern once again. Everything else pretty much on the boot stays exactly the same on this pair. So I'll just get out the previous pair that he had a signature made for him by Adidas, and we'll compare them side by side. You can let me know down below in the comments which one you prefer. So on the right here, we have his first ever signature pair, and then this is his brand new one. This one was actually very, very limited. So this was limited to 304 pairs worldwide. Unfortunately, they weren't numbered. It would have been nice for them to be numbered. And it's a very light pink, as you can see, pink and white. And you can see the stripes on the outside fade from a purple to a pink. On this one, it was more of a general release, so a lot more pairs were made available. It's not a limited release in any way, and it's very, very highly stocked across places like Sports Direct, where I got these, and other places. This one, however, was very, very difficult to get. But which one do you prefer? Let me know down below in the comments, because they're both spectacular. I think I prefer this one, and I don't think it's just because it's limited. I just think colorway wise, it's just a beautiful, beautiful looking boot. How the three Adidas stripes on the outside stand out on that kind of like paler pink upper. It just works really well with the gold detailing on the F50. Yeah, this was a really nice first signature pair for Lamine Yamal. Really like it. So talking about how his logo has been adapted, so I'll take out the insoles of these and we can take a look at the old logo. So taking out the insole, you can see the 304 on his hand symbols right there with the Adidas logo in the middle, and they've obviously changed this to this new 304 logo on the back here, which I actually think is better. It would have been cool if they'd done one of the old logo on one foot and one of the new 304 on the other foot, but I understand it's kind of repositioned this brand as this new updated 304 logo, which I don't mind. And also in terms of the sole plate, if you look at the bottom of this one, they went for a lot of LY branding, with it being on the top, on the sole plate, and I really like how they had the personal touch of the family members' names around the outside. On this one, they've just gone for basically his full name on the bottom, as you can see. I don't mind that either, but I still think the LY looks pretty classy on this pair. And in my overall opinion, this one, you just can't beat an original signature pair, especially when it comes out in such a bang like this, and it's super, super rare. Yeah, I'm super happy to have these in my collection. Absolutely love them. Yeah, these are amazing. But going back to the brand new pair, what do you think of these? Purple and pink, they're going to stand out on the pitch. You're going to be very bright and vibrant if you're wearing these. And do you think you could pull them off? Because to pull off this pair, I feel like you have to be a really good player. What I really do like about this boot, other than the kind of like messy signature boots, is if you actually just looked at it on person on a pitch, you wouldn't know it's a Lamine Yamal boot unless you were kind of like into your football boots, because all it really has that you would see is the LY branding and the 304 branding at the back. Other than that, you wouldn't really see any Lamine Yamal branding, because the sole plate would obviously be dirty from playing in them. So it just really depends if you like this colour. Have you played in a laceless F50 before? Because I have, and the laceless F50 performs very, very well. I've got the Road to Glory pack and I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my go-to boots to wear. Fits really well, I've got wide feet, and I actually find it really comfy. Took a wee while to break in, probably about 2 to 3 sessions, but after a while the heel section really starts to soften up. It's quite stiff to begin with, but then after a while it really breaks in nicely. There is actually a slight adaptation to the upper of both of these pairs. I don't know if it's just a preference of Lamine Yamal, but on the upper of the previous one you'll see it does have these kind of like grippy sections all around the toe that you'll find on pretty much every laceless F50. This one is a little bit different. The upper is a much softer material, so there's no grip sections on it. It almost feels like a very soft kind of like fake leather in a way, but it is much softer than the previous model, this one, and all the other laceless versions. This one has a different upper. But this was just a quick first look video at the new Lamine Yamal Adidas F50. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of it. Did you pick it up today? Released today. Thank you so much to Sports Direct for sending me them early to show you guys a quick review. They're absolutely crazy. Favorite things about them, like I said, the split design on the front is absolutely stunning. The sole plate is pretty crazy, but it looks fabulous in the light. Yeah, I like this, and I like how he's sticking to his kind of favorite colors, pink, purple. Yeah, good for him. These are absolutely incredible. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the new Lamine Yamal F50s. And thanks for watching. Hope you have an amazing day.